start? There we go. Output quality looks good. Let's minimize that. Let's jump over to YouTube. Check on the audio quality there. Move my mic over a little. Oh, this is an audio test for the YouTube stream. We'll hear that in a moment. Alright, that sounds okay. Let's go to mute that. Twitch stream. This is an audio test for the Twitch stream. We'll hear that in a moment. Let's go ahead and close that. Yep, Twitch sounds good as well. Let's pull this back to the front so I can see what's going on here. Hello everyone, and welcome to a bonus stream. That's right, this is an unusual stream at an unusual time. Let me actually go ahead and turn this entirely down by like a good amount. There we go. That's better. We are playing old school RuneScape. This is my alcohol-locked Ultimate Iron Man known as Beer Haver. Now, what does that mean? As an Ultimate Iron Man, we cannot trade with other players, we cannot access the bank, and if we die, all of our stuff goes to the ground. As a alcohol-locked account, I made this up myself, so this is a brand new thing, never thought of by anyone else, and unless proven otherwise. But no one's proven me otherwise yet, so I'm going to continue to maintain that this is my own original creation, and that would be... Let me rearrange so I can see the chats. Sorry. As an alcohol-locked account, there are three main rules to that. The first rule is, of course, that we can only consume alcohol and kebabs, provided those kebabs come from the Drunken Dwarf, because it would be rude of us to, you know, when the Drunken Dwarf comes around, it would be rude of us to eat the, drink the beer and toss the kebab on the ground. That would be a very rude thing for us to do, so we're going to eat the kebab too in those cases. That's the one and only exception to the alcohol rule, and that's, you know, to show thanks to our alcoholic brethren. Anyway, our second rule is, of course, that all money is beer money. So any money that we receive from anywhere is beer money and can only be spent to purchase alcoholic beverages. There we go. Let's see. And then the third rule is that the only stuff that we can take as our own is so anything that is not from the following four sources is considered a product of our work and is therefore also beer money. The four sources that are ours to keep is, of course, quest rewards are ours to keep, minigame rewards are ours to keep, combat rewards, so if I kill like an imp there, I get the fiendish ashes, I get to use those for experience, and I could totally take that chicken and cook it for experience, and then sell the cooked chicken, or get rid of it. I could not eat it though, per rule 1. So combat rewards is the third source, and the final source is distractions and diversions. So like when the forester shows up, we actually have some leaderhorns and shorts from that. There may be some other niche cases that are worth looking into or you know, explaining out, but all of it's going to come back to these three rules. Whatever niche case is going to be reliant on our interpretation of these three rules, which one more time is that we can only drink alcohol and eat kebabs, provided the kebabs are from the Drunken Dwarf. All money is beer money, and all things that we get that are not from quest rewards, minigame rewards, combat rewards, and distractions and diversions are also considered beer money. Alright, so, yes, with all that aside, I'm your host, the world famous artisan, also known as Artisan Bubblegum. You can check out all the cool things I make over at worldfamousartisan.com. I think that pretty well covers the whole intro. Let's see. I don't expect this to be a very long stream. I've got kind of a short moment. My wife is presently taking a nap, so she may wake up at some point and I'll have to walk away. Additionally, I have about an hour before I need to go start making dinner for the wife. Let's go ahead and hop the ditch here real quick. This first tile should be safe. Oh, and of course, we immediately go running off into the wilderness. Let's go. So what are we doing? Last time we were here, we were working on 2 quests, which was the chef's assistants. Oh god, why did I do that? I'm sorry. I meant to move the window so I could see chat for a second. Sorry. So the 2 quests we're working on was Cook's Assistants and Imp Catcher. We're getting these beads. We're 1 away. I keep saying a lot. I need to do less of that. So, I did some research. I don't know if I figured this out last stream or if it was after last stream, but we can not actually complete Cook's Assistant as our, what's this? Space Maniac. Somehow I misread the title as uninstalling OSRS and was wondering how that was a stream. Oh, no, that's my alert message. So whenever you get like alerts from Twitch, it's going to tell you I'm uninstalling whatever game it is. It's kind of a joke. It's like I'm raging at the machine. Ooh. I don't think shears are ever going to be useful for us. So even though we got the shears from combat, these are ours to keep and use. However, if we go shear sheep, shearing a sheep is not a combat task. Therefore, it's not a quest reward, it's not a minigame reward, it's not a distraction and diversion, and it's not a combat. So we couldn't keep any of the wool that we got. So I guess actually that's a good point. I should probably clarify on that. So I can still gather things, but those gathered things must eventually become beer money. So I could mine copper and tin, make copper bars, forge those into a bronze longsword, but I could not equip the bronze longsword and use it for combat. I would have to sell or alchemize the bronze longsword. Let's see. Might be the first time I'm ever seeing a Twitch alert. Oh, maybe. Yeah. If you'd missed it, this is my alcohol-locked Ultimate Iron Man. I don't know how much you know about RuneScape. I feel like you feel like the kind of person that would know about RuneScape. Excuse me, sorry. You got part of the intro. All right. Well, the basics is that we drink beer, but never played it yourself. Okay, that makes sense. Bucket of water. That could be useful. Fiendish ashes. Toss those. I don't think we need normal ashes. We'll drop those. Yeah, so I was looking a bit ahead for this account. We're going to be spending a lot of time at Imps, I'm anticipating. Oh, right. Cook's Assistant. So Cook's Assistant requires 3 things. It requires an egg, a bucket of milk, and a pot of flour. Now, Imps will drop an egg. They will drop a bucket. They'll drop a pot, and they'll drop a pot of flour. But the one thing they won't drop for us that we care about is a bucket of milk. So I was looking into it, and there are no free-to-play sources for a bucket of milk that are acceptable for our account. The only way in free-to-play that I know of to get a bucket of milk is we have to get a bucket and then milk a cow. But per the rules of our restrictions, if we milk a cow, that's not one of our 4 reward categories. So that bucket of milk has to become beer money. We can't use it to complete a quest. We have to turn it into money. So Cook's Assistant is off the table. Rare UIM sighting? Yeah. Hello and welcome, Godlike One. Yes, I'm playing the Ultimate Iron Man. Oh, I got no sound because I'm at work, but good to see you finally playing UIM. Yeah. I've had this account for ages and ages, and I really try, like, with this being, like, specially restricted in that kind of way, I really, really want to, like, record all of it. And if I'm going to record, I almost feel like I ought to, I ought to stream it along the way too. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting in my head of it. But for now, it'll be an entertaining thing. Oh, where are we going? That is an acceptable spot. We can do that. What I really need is a weapon. We're fine for the imps right now, but at some point I'm going to be fighting like tougher things. I really need to get some kind of weapon upgrade. I need a lot of things, actually. I think I can get a couple of good upgrades from bronze bolts, maybe. I don't know if we'll be doing ranging anytime soon. I feel like ranging is going to be super inconvenient for this account. But yeah, so this is pretty much the stream. These UIM streams are not going to be, you know, super exciting like some of my other streams, like the speed runs of Spiral 1 or playing retro games and stuff like that. Those are definitely the more interesting streams. These ones are going to be more like chill, like when I have not enough time to do like a proper stream, but I do still want to hop on and stream. So we'll be on here for maybe an hour, maybe sooner if my wife wakes up. Yeah. So this was the second best. Excuse me. This is the second best location I could find for imps. The first best was south of Falador, or right outside of Falador Gate on the south side. That's like the best location in free-to-pay for imps. However, all the bots know that, so it's super crowded. So if you're not a bot, this location is the next best to be. We can also wander through Varrock a bit. It looks like the imps might be stuck somewhere, so let's wander through. Excuse me. But yeah. So I guess update on the work situation. They've been giving me a lot of leniency up until very recently, because like, you know, my wife's very pregnant and she had some complications early on. They took her off of some medications and stuff, and so like now, you know, the pregnancy has been very difficult for her, and I've been supporting her as much as I possibly can, with all the time that work will allow me. And even with that, I'm still kind of, you know, struggling to maintain. My attendance has not been great, but I've been doing a good job of putting in the PTO. It's just that I can't always communicate before my shift. You know, I mean, like if I'm up till like 4 or 5 a.m. and I pass out and I sleep through the start of my shift, I can't, you know, that's kind of outside of my control. Now I could like text them at 3 a.m., but I had previously been like, well, hey, if I know at 3 a.m. I'm probably going to come in late or something, should I text? And my super was like, no, maybe that's a little early. Maybe like wait until like a reasonable time. And I'm like, okay. And then like the other day we're having this new meet. So I got a final warning, to put it short, at work about like my lack of communication around attendance. Like they didn't seem to particularly have an issue with the attendance, aside from I haven't been hitting 40 hours. I've been working under 40 hours, but like I don't really see that as an issue. And that's a whole nother tangent I'm not going to get into. But yeah, basically I've got a final warning. I need to start doing a lot better about my communicating when I'm going to be in and not in. And so I did specifically ask again. It's like, well, what if it's like 2, 3 a.m. and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to tell you later, closer to the shift. And their tune completely changed because now there's an HR guy in the room. And they're like, yeah, you know, whenever you can send it, and we'll be happy with that. I'm like, okay, great. Now, finally, I can say it's 2 a.m. I haven't slept at all. 4 a.m. I haven't slept at all. You know, I mean, 2 a.m. is normal me. It's like 4, 5, 6 a.m. would be a late night for me. You know, if I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be awake at the start of shift, then, man, where are all these imps at? Am I walking past them? Am I distracting myself with this story? Anyway, yeah, so there's going to be a lot less leniency around this, and it's kind of left a bad taste in my mouth about work, and to be honest, I wasn't really happy with work for a while now, for a couple of other things that I'm not going to get into. But anyway, yeah, they're kind of putting their foot down about the communication, so now I have to be a little bit more annoying about it. So I make it a point to, before I lay down every night, I send a text, and every time I wake up, you know, when I wake up, I send another text, and then if I'm awake close to start of shift, I send another text. So I'm texting at least 3 times a day, every weekday now. And I haven't been told to stop that. I mean, I've only had it like just today to do. But yeah, I'm going way overboard. I'm doing like the hostile, what do they call it? Hostile compliance or whatever. is kind of the route I'm taking here. And I just, not to be like ornery at them, I just feel like that's the only way that I can, you know, achieve what they're demanding from me out, you know, with this communication stuff. But anyway, so that's work. That's the update on the work situation. Where are all these imps at? Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of happy that HR's involved now. Hey, another strength level, let's go! What's our account even look like? This is not... Okay. I keep forgetting that I've barely played this account. I'm kind of happy that HR's involved. My super has been wonderful. My team has been wonderful. The one person that I'm pretty sure is like my auntie in all this is my supervisor's supervisor. So when I got first hired onto my team, it was my boss, and then my current boss was it. So we got my current boss. Let's call him Bob, and then my boss's boss, let's call him Tom. So Tom, originally when I got brought onto this team, Tom was my boss, and he was pretty cool. You know, and I enjoyed working for him. Not as much as my first supervisor at SEL. That was my absolute, hands down, best supervisor I've ever had. No one will ever come close to him. And actually, I invited him to Thanksgiving this last holiday, and he wasn't able to show up, but I mean, he did respond, so I thought that was really cool. Anyway, so Bob's been great to work for, but I feel like at a certain point, they kind of restructured, and then I was moved to work directly under Bob, and Bob works under Tom, and so since the restructuring, I've kind of felt like Tom has kind of distanced himself from me more, and that makes sense because he's upper leadership now. But recently, I've started to notice more, how do I put it? Or I guess less, like a desire to interact with me less. And granted, like, I'm not good about like logging my hours, or not hours, like clock in, clock out. I'm great about that. But like, we have this work planning system that we do. And so we have to plan how much work we're going to do over the course of a week. And then, is that a, no, that's a rat. There's another imp. Okay. And then I have to like log that time every day. And I'm really bad about that. Let's drop that bucket because it looks like we already got some buckets here. I don't think we need more than like, actually, I don't even know why we would need these buckets. Anyway. Let's get these put under the beer pile so that we can monitor them. Do we have any reason as Iron Man to keep extra beads? I feel like the answer is no. Is this worth anything? Oh, I don't care about GE price. I mean, UIM. Well, anyway, with HR involved, my super is great about like documenting and keeping things organized. I feel like getting HR involved is going to force my super Tom, or we're calling him Tom anyway. It's going to force him to be a little more cordial and keep him, how do I put it? It's going to hold him to the things he says, I think is a good way to put it. So, if anything, I feel like, so the final notice kind of makes me feel like my position's a little bit more in danger. But I really feel like that's being pushed either from HR from a safety standpoint or from my super Tom. It's coming from one of those two places, but having HR involved, I think, gives me a little more agency. Especially the HR person seemed to be really understanding, if I put it. He seemed to be sympathetic to me. And so I think he'll do a good job of, we'll call him Gary. Gary, I think, is going to do a good job of mediating this and making sure that, we are being fair to each other. But anyway, the good news that comes out of that is that it's given me a position to now push for more time off, which is something I've been needing for a while now. I've been supplementing Potion? What's potion for? We can not drink that because it's not alcoholic. Meant to be good for spots, huh? Oh, my phone's buzzing. Someone's talking to me. What's going on? Okay, I'm not noticing anything worrisome. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to talk about work much more. If you guys got, like, questions, you want, like, you know, you want me to dig into it more, I'll dig into it more, but, like, yeah, right now, I'm kind of... I don't know, I don't want to think about work right now. Come on, there's another imp. Oh no, our run. Fair. I mean, it's not like I don't want to. I'm just kind of done. I feel like I've talked on it enough, you know, for the stream. Maybe there's, like, more interesting things to move on to. Oh, we finished Okami recently, so we're not currently playing a game. The next big game I'm going to play... It was sitting here for ages. Oh, I'm going to move it over to the game console. I'm going to be playing Ape Escape. Oh, wait, I'm playing RuneScape. You guys can't see my face. Anyway, I got Ape Escape on the PlayStation 1. So that's the next big game we're going to play. We're probably going to wait till January to play that, though. Let's take those ashes. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop the shears. I really feel like I'm not going to get anything out of them. I could get crafting experience, right? Because I could, so per the rules, I could use the shears, because they're a reward from combat. I can use the shears to shear sheep. That wool is now beer money, but as long as I'm converting the value upwards, or at least theoretically upwards, then I'm good. It needs to, you know, the item either needs to gain value or become beer money. Excuse me. And so what that looks like is like a ball of wool, wool could become a ball of wool, and then it could become an amulet, and then maybe I could enchant it. But however far it goes, inevitably it needs to become money. What's this? Random. I saw Petareps, or Space Maniac said, random. I saw Petareps Patreon preview with you as Tempest. I didn't realize it was you until Greg said so. Then I could hear it. It's good. Oh, thank you. I didn't realize they were releasing that yet. Yeah, so I've been, actually, I don't have the banner set up on this stream layout, but for when I'm playing console games, I have a different layout. Actually, I can jump to it real quick. Let's open this up. So this layout, you can see down below here, I have a banner that is a teaser for that as well. Let's jump back over here. So I've been pushing that for a while. I haven't shown any clips or anything. I mean, really, it's Greg's and Petareps' project to really be sharing secret things. That's the... Yeah, and I've been saying, like, ooh, I'm one of the voices. I can't tell you which ones, but I'm an important voice in this. And actually, on that note, I'm really happy with the first couple of, like, lines. So, like, I did it in, like, 3 batches. So, like, there's, like, the opening scene... and then I did everything in the middle, and then I did, like, the ending scene. And I was happy with my takes in the opening. But we can turn that bread dough into bread for cooking experience, and then sell the bread. Yeah, 2-in-1, it's worthless to us right now. But if we cook it into bread, I think it'll become valuable. And become worth beer money. Now, we can't eat the bread, because it's not alcoholic. Now, granted, there is an argument to be made for bread. I will recognize that, right? You know, the leavening agent, or whatever. You know, the leavening of bread's similar to, like, the fermentation of alcohol. Nice, another strength level, let's go. And a combat level? We're getting so strong. Where does my guy think he's going? Oh, he's inside! I get it now. Beer is liquid bread. Is bread solid beer? Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with that. for the purposes of this account, I'm not going to eat the bread, but I do want to recognize that there is like a... Excuse me. There is a culinary argument to be made there. That said, though, we don't really benefit at all from being able to, eat bread. I don't remember what bread heals us, but we already have beers, and beers are basically free for us. There are a variety of locations throughout the game where you can actually get free beer. If we run into something like that, I don't know where all the locations here in Varrock are, but there are locations for us to do that. There's kegs, then you can use an empty beer bottle and just give you beer. Yeah, alright, so yeah, with voicing Tempest, I was happy, I was kind of happy with the first batch of lines I gave, and then I sent over, or I did recordings for everything after that, and I was not happy with any of them, but we're getting closer and closer to deadlines, and so I need to start handing stuff over. So what I ended up doing, ooh, a jug. Okay, this could be useful. Yeah, because we have this, so this we got from fighting an imp. So if we use that in the jug, we now have a jug of water. I don't care about this bucket anymore. Let's pick up these fiendish ashes. There. Now, if we can source grapes from somewhere, then we can make our own wine. So actually, let's see what we can do about that. OSRS grapes. What are free sources of grapes for us? Excuse me. It's not telling me members versus non-members. Grapevines is definitely members. Vineyard Foremen, definitely members. Thieving is members. We can't fight Vorkath, Zora, the Cowfight Queen, Smoke Devil. Ooh, Goblins. Goblins drop table 2. Goblins from Goblin Village. Goblins from Vault of War. And Goblins from Godware's Dungeon. Let's go to the Goblin Village Goblins. Their drop table features on other grapes, 1 in 128 chance. Any goblins have better chances? No, all goblins that drop grapes have a 1 in 128 chance at it. Okay, so we might want to go do goblins for a bit. Actually, we don't want to do goblins for a bit because we need to have a higher cooking level, like 30 something, right? Brewing? No. Wine. Wine's 35. Okay, we need 35 cooking before this is useful. Well, we'll hold on to it for now. At some point, we might drop it, but we now know that we can get jugs from imps. So that's a source of wine for us. So another thing is the absolute best healing that we can get as a free-to-play alcohol-locked Ultimate Iron Man. Sorry, looking for a range to use. Actually, maybe this way? Is wine. Wine's going to be the absolute best healing that we get. It's 11 points of healing for all of free-to-play. That's the best we're ever going to get. But we can't buy it. The only place we can buy wine in free-to-play that I know of, you know, I might be wrong, someone might come in and tell me I'm wrong, is Karamja. However, the only way in free-to-play to get to Karamja is to pay 50 gold to the seamen over in Port Sarm. However, because of Rule 2, as a alcohol-locked account, we cannot spend money on anything that isn't alcohol. And you could argue... Actually, I need to go inside, not behind. You could argue that if I'm paying the fee to go to Karamja to buy alcohol, I'm kind of buying, I'm kind of spending on alcohol. I feel like that's too much of a stretch. I would say if I was watching an alcohol-locked account and they did that, I would consider their account scuffed, but I'd keep watching. So for that reason, I'm not going to do that. Let's go ahead and bake that. I don't think this is worth anything. Examine. Oh, 7 and 4. We might be able to sell it. Excuse me, sorry. What's all this now? Was this part of the Christmas event? I haven't done the Christmas event yet. I've been pretty busy with the wife and work. And oh, general store's right there. Let's go. Trade. See value on that. They'll buy it for 4 coins. All right. And this? No coins. This is worthless to us. What about these? Ooh, we can get a coin for these. And I think we're good on that front. Alright, back to imp hunting. I will find some time to kind of look into what all we can actually do and start building out more of a plan. Right now I'm kind of going off the seat of my pants, seeing what I can do. I do have a bit of a clear direction in the early stages of this account. I want to get this this quest with the beads done. And then I also want to look up where I'm going to go to get my first weapon upgrade, because that's going to be huge for this account. We're not struggling too much with imps, but I might, you know, if we don't get the quest done by the end of stream today, then I'll probably look up something else for us to do to get the a weapon upgrade. What's this guy doing? Okay, fighting guards. That's okay. Keeping half an eye on the time and on my phone in case I gotta go. And where all them imps at? I just need a red bead. Oh, I guess other news to bring up. In the New Year's, I don't know if it's going to be on New Year's Day or it'll be shortly after, but the first big thing I have planned for New Year's is a marathon stream of old school RuneScape. I'm coughing a lot today. Just take a deep breath. So let's see. Oh, actually, sorry. This I got a warning that an ad break is coming up, and that just reminded me we hit 30 followers. I have a promotion running through the end of the year that for every 5 followers, I will gift a sub to the community. And so 30, at 30 followers, we've hit that. We hit that after my last stream. Like, I think the next day I was looking. Oh, hold on. Oh, wrong window. We got an event. Nice. So we'll get to keep this. And we might, at some point, be able to make some kind of jewelry out of that. Anyway, back over to here. Oh, oops. What is this? What's going on here? Okay, I need to gift a sub to the community. New tab, jump over here. I have to jump all the way out to my stream to drop this. Oh god, I'm hearing myself. Okay. Gift a sub. Gift 1 sub. There we go. Who's gonna get it? I mean, there's only 2 people in stream right now to get it. Went to Godlike One. Congratulations, Godlike One, for the tier 1 gift sub. I normally don't announce the people who get the gift subs for fear of maybe they're a lurker. I want to respect their privacy. But Godlike One, I know you're not a lurker, so congratulations. Yeah. So that promotion is still live. We're at 30 followers, so if we hit 35 followers, then that will be another gift sub out to the community. This is not the window I wanted to open. There we go. Now I can see. Oh, right. Because I'm not a member. I can't use the shortcuts. That's going to be the hardest thing for me. So, on my main, I'm a member on my main, and agility is my #1 skill. It's my most favorite skill. Excuse me. And so, I'm just so used to having all of the shortcuts available. And then this running out of run energy stuff is like, ugh. So I've got like, what, 90 something agility? I think I'm like 93, 94 now. Anyway. Maybe we'll walk down to Falador. I think we'll see if the bots are active or if we can get that good imp spot going. That's what I'm feeling right now. Oh, Space Maniac, yeah. Too bad I can't do it like Morrowind. Actually, in the one of the things I like in the League that I hope never comes to the main game is passive agility experience. So in the leagues, you get unlimited run energy, and then so far in the last couple of leagues, you've been able to unlock these special boots you could wear that as you run around, you're passively gaining agility experience. And so I always get those because I like agility, but in leagues, it just makes so little sense to spend time training agility outside of going for points. Like unless there's like a points task to go for that specifically requires agility, it's almost a waste of your time. But I still always want agility to be my highest level skill, so I get those boots and I make it a point to kind of just walk around. If I got, even if I'm like waiting in line or something, if I'm like in a situation where I need to pay semi-attention, I'll even like open up the game in leagues and just walk back and forth to get agility experience. Yeah, that's how much I like agility. I also hope it never comes to the main game because I feel like you should suffer through agility. So, I feel like as someone whose favorite skill is agility, and as someone who's going to have their first 99 be agility, I just haven't got around to it. Got a lot of cool stuff coming out all the time. I get sidetracked. But very soon I'm going to be speaking from a position of authority that agility requires suffering. Agility would not be enjoyable. It would not be my favorite skill if it was not suffering. And I know that I'm going to get people in the VOD after the fact being like, oh, I see Artisan saying... Artisan saying he had to suffer, therefore everyone else has to too. And that's not quite accurate. I would say more accurate statement would be I got to enjoy suffering. Therefore, we should not take that enjoyment from other people. Because really the suffering of the agility was the highlight of it. For me, anyway. And I mean, I am a bit of a mental masochist. I don't like getting like physically hurt, but I do like, torturing my brain with tedium and horribleness like that. Yeah, so anyway, things like agility are just right up my alley, and I don't want things like that to go away. I guess that also leads into another thing, is friction in video games. So like in Monster Hunter, in Monster Hunter World, I believe, they did not do hot drinks or cold drinks. And then we have the latest one, Wilds. They brought them back, but they're kind of not that important. Mostly because you can do all your prep work out in the field. And I'm not opposed to it in this game. In Wilds, because Wilds feels like the kind of game where I'm supposed to go out into the wild and hunt monsters and subsist. This is kind of like the I don't know, what's a good like one word liner for it? I don't know. Anyway, you're supposed to... It feels very much like in Monster Hunter Wilds, you're supposed to go out into the wilds and live there. And then you only, like, occasionally come back to town. And so that kind of necessitates you being able to prepare stuff out at your camp. And so for Wilds, I think it's fine. But I also don't think that matches up with... Excuse me. Matches up with what old school RuneScape is, or not, of what Monster Hunter is. Monster Hunter, to me, is very much a two-phase game. That phase of preparing for the hunt is kind of rough. It is friction. When you go out on a hunt and you forgot that one item, that's a really big feels bad. But I would say that that's an important feels bad. That's friction that you need to have that makes the going out and doing the hunt, the being prepared, the joy and satisfaction of having prepared correctly is so much more because you can do it wrongly, if that makes sense. There's a saying I say that's not really stream appropriate, but I guess to kind of say it without to censor it a bit, I would say video games are like another kind of activity. If there's no friction, then no one's having fun. You know, neither partner is enjoying it. Oh man. Yeah, we're not going to get anything out here. I think there's a spawn down here for an imp. Let's hang out here for a second, and then we'll probably go back to Varrock. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea coming over here. This is bad news for the devs making the game that just says you win over and over again. Yeah! You know, it really feels like most people just want that game. They want the you win game. And it's like... Or I guess people are accidentally asking for that. I don't think anyone is asking for you win over and over. But I think that when people complain about things, and, you know, the game over time, if we listen to their complaints and everything, we have a hammer, I'm not worried about that. Over time, we will eventually, you know, reduce the game down to you win over and over again. Old school RuneScape still feels really good. My biggest complaint with sailing, by the way, so, you know, big segue here. My biggest complaint with sailing is that it's too fast. It's way too fast. And now that I'm after level 30, I think I'm like level 40, 45 or somewhere there. I stopped paying attention to my level at a certain point, but it goes way too fast, especially the first 30 levels. This is bad news. I think I missed something. My chat shifted around. No, wait, this Juggernaut, we might get rid of it before we reach the appropriate cooking level. 35. Actually, 35 might not be too bad. Take us a couple of hours to get. I mean, if it's anything like sailing. No, anyway, sailing experience rates are really, really fast. And I don't even care like the broken like you know, methods or whatever. Like those are fine. Leave those in. Just across the board, I would decrease the experience rate by a factor of 10. Like we're getting like 10 times as much experience as I feel like we should for sailing. Excuse me. It's just that so many of the upgrades, I'm constantly getting things, and it's like I can unlock the next upgrade for a thing before I've even had time to gather the materials for the thing. I don't like grinding in Space Maniac says, I don't like grinding in MMOs, but I get the friction thing. I still play Station 13, which uses a clunky 90s engine and obtuse controls, but is an incredible experience. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If they made the game like I mean, you could probably improve the controls and still be okay, and it would lose a bit of that nostalgic charm. But I'm not familiar with Space Station 13, but I'm sure it's got some kind of, you know, punishing mechanics in there, or like something that you could easily do wrong. Like, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity in older games where you could say, oh, we'll just fix that. It's quality of life, right? So like, I guess talking on something I know a little more about, old school RuneScape, you could have like bank loadouts. I think that goes against, you know, what RuneScape is supposed to be like, right? I'm supposed to go to the bank and think about the things that I have and craft out what I'm going to be doing. I feel like bank loadouts just incentivize us to more deeply optimize, right? The only reason you would want to do loadouts is because you've looked up an optimized way to do a thing. Or you've decided what the optimized way is, or whatever, right? you've decided you have this optimal idea of what you should be wearing for specific activities, and you don't want to have to leverage your brain power to remember what those things are, or even you don't even want to think critically about adjusting those things later on each time you come back to do those activities, right? And people will argue, I think I will get people arguing that these loadouts help with contact shifting. So, like, for example, if they'd be like, oh, but Bink loadouts let me do a more variety of activities, which is kind of old school. Like, you have the distractions and diversions that encourage you to go do a variety of things, especially like clue scrolls, for example. The people, from what I have seen of it, watching other streamers and things, loadouts do not seem to encourage them to do those things. Loadouts, I feel like I've noticed, are generally used by people that will spend hours and hours and hours and hours on exactly one thing. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't have a huge sample size on that, but I have not witnessed anyone leveraging those in a way that allows them to do more variety of activities in a shorter period of time, if that makes sense. So I'm arguing from anecdote, so feel free to call me a dumb, stupid baby on that point, because that's about the quality of my argument right there. Anyway. Man, where are the imps at? I just want a red gem. We got about 25 minutes if my wife doesn't wake up early. I would love to put this quest to bed. But, I guess, if you haven't heard, the crowd I get for these RuneScape streams is different from the ones that I get on, like, my main streams and things. So if you haven't heard, I'm having a baby. It's due in January. So when the baby comes, I'm probably going to be skipping at least a week of streams. And then I'll be coming back slowly after that, probably with a new schedule. I expect that my schedule will be changing once baby is here. But in January, I'm going to start up Ape Escape. I'm actually going to try to wait until after baby. So we're going to be doing Spyro speedruns, different random other small games here or there. I'm not going to commit to a larger, like, full gameplay. The biggest focus is going to be the Spyro speedruns because I want to get those speeds up. Probably a lot more of this, and then I might get into some of my other games that are not, like, story-driven stuff. So things like Dark and Darker, or maybe I'll do some more Dwarf Fortress streams. I could do that too. Stuff like that. That's probably what we're going to be doing over the next several weeks. But once baby's here and we get back into a schedule, we're going to be doing Ape Escape. Oh, right. New Year's. One of the first things I want to do in the New Year's is going to be a big marathon stream on my main, completing the 3 remaining quests I have before Quest Cape. Those quests, of course, being Wild Gothic Sleep, Desert Treasure 2, and Song of the Elves. So look forward to that. If you're not following already, go ahead and hit me up with a follow so you don't miss out on that. Or if you're watching the VOD after the fact, subscribe on YouTube will get you access to the VODs as well. Wow. So for Cook's Assistant, there is one way. So there is one... I guess there's one area of the rules that might seem a little gray, which is stuff you get from your house. So, like, if I go to, like, the chicken coops, I can pull eggs out of hen boxes. Excuse me. I can do that, but that's considered gathering. However, if I have a player-owned house... where did that imp go? I just saw him. Yep, there he is inside the castle. Okay, we'll walk around. Oh, wait, that's going to be a long walk because we don't have the shortcut because we're on free to play. Aw, man. Okay. That's okay. We can do this. We're an Ultimate Iron Man. We're not playing this game mode to be quick. We're playing this game mode to suffer. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought there. think this might be the faster way through. There we go. Now we got that imp. You better have a red bead. I say expletive to higher authority. Ooh, another imp right next to it. Lucky day. Ah, great. What's this guy? A main? You have any idea how hard these are to find for me? Jeez. Rude. Yeah, take that. He's still following? Oh, he's going around this. Okay. Yeah, got rid of him. Man, that was rude. He took our second imp there. I mean, we hadn't tagged it yet, so it wasn't actually ours. Oh, here's an imp. Okay, we're good. I'm less upset now. UIM privilege? Yeah, UIM privilege is everything is mine. My life is harder. Just give it to me. Ooh. Oh, burnt bread's nothing. Excuse me. That is worth 1 coin. That's like half a beer. We'll hold on to it. It is a combat reward, so we don't have to hold on to it. Oh, there's an... Is there an imp spawn in there? Back in there? I know I looked up the imp spawns right before, like, last stream. Hey, more HP, let's go! Ashes, fiendish ashes. Alright, well, there's an imp back there, so we're gonna walk there. Ah, shoot, we closed all the doors behind us. It just goes to show, when we act in anger towards others, the only person we're really hurting is ourselves. Also, even if I left them open, the game probably would have closed the doors automatically by the time I got there anyway. Hey, there's an imp on the way. Nice, another strength level. All these levels we're getting right now are going to be a huge help when we commit to the grind for a weapon. So the weapons that we're going for... Ooh, grain. Grain is nice. So now... So we got that grain as a combat reward, so it's ours to do with what we will. Excuse me. So we can take that grain. If we can source a pot from somewhere, or soft clay, actually. If we can get a pot or soft clay, then we can make a pot, and then we can go and turn that into flour. And then we still have water down here, which is good. So we can use that to make bread dough, and then we can make bread. And then we can't eat it. But yeah, this is non-gathered wheat, so it's technically ours. Now, per the rules, I could totally just go gather wheat and then make I could gather wheat, provided I have a container that is valid for us to use. bread. Actually, we're gonna drop that bread. Take the ashes. Yeah, so there's a bit of like nuanced stuff, right? So if I wanted to make bread, I still need to source a pot from somewhere, right? I couldn't go, like, I could go into the Cook's Guild, and there is a pot on a table, but if I pick that pot up, that's not mine to use. Oh, actually, this is another great example, this pie dish. So this pie dish here, I could pick up the pie dish. That's valid for me to do. But I can't use it to make any pies. I have to either drop it. Actually, let's see what it's worth. Yeah, it's not worth anything. I have to either drop it or turn it into money, right? This is considered a tool. So this is a tool. I've gathered it. It's beer money. So I can't use it as a tool because if I cooked something in it, it would diminish in value. And that's spending beer money on experience instead of spending it on, on beer. And like you could say, yeah, mechanically in the game, I get the exact same pie dish after I consume the pie. But for one, I can't eat the pie because it's not alcoholic. And for two, we're taking a little bit of real worldness into this in that, if you have a pie dish, a pie tin, it's going to be worth more unused than it is used, right? So per our rules, we could not use that. I'd have to source a pot from somewhere that is valid, which would be a quest reward, a minigame reward, a combat reward, or a distraction diversion reward. I could also source soft clay, and I could use a spinning wheel to turn that soft clay into a pot, and that would still be valid. I would have to get that probably from a combat. I think that's the only place I could get soft clay from. Here we go. Can I even get there? Maybe this way? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Red bead. Red bead. Ah, oh, teleport away. I'm probably going to drop this grain. Yeah, the grain doesn't matter. I can gather the grain because the bread that's made from it is eventually going to be sold or dropped anyway. But the pot is the thing that I need in order to start doing that. And then I have a way of training cooking at that point. So I can gather the water, I can gather the wheat. That's fine, but I cannot utilize the tools that I have not received as a reward from one of the 4 sources. I'm thinking this might be the way to do it. We just wander back and forth between these things, because there seems to be... Oh, what am I doing? Please, please, please. Ah, there we go. There's the imp spawn. There's an imp spawn around here. There's an imp spawn like over here in the exit next to the castle, and then there's an imp spawn up north during the at the gates. Oh, there's another one there. Yeah, this is definitely the place to be wandering for us. So is Space Station 13 anything like Kerbal Space Program? Because I've been interested for a couple of years now into checking out Kerbal, but it's never on sale when I'm thinking about it. Like when I'm thinking about picking up that game and trying it out, I want to get it on sale because I don't think I'm gonna like it, but it's a really interesting game that I would like to have the experience of trying, if that makes sense. Ooh, 2 imps over here? Let's go. Sci-fi simulation game, but more about being inside a space station than launching rockets. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's still cool. I'm very fascinated by simulation games. However, I cannot keep myself interested in them, if that makes sense. I would love so much to be able to like lock in and play a simulation game like seriously over a long period of time. Like, become a power user. Like, that's something I would love so much to be able to do. I know I just don't have it in me. Ooh, more bronze bolts. Okay. I have seen imps around here just hanging out, so we're... It's kind of also a 8 to 80 player multiplayer HV. Oh, wait! I think I know what you're talking about. On Beyond, right? You have to get the Beyond launcher, you launch that, and then Space Station 13 is one of the games you throw that. Yeah, okay. No, I know what that is. Oh, why didn't I recognize that? Yeah, I love Space Station 13. I always hop on... So, it's been ages since I played. I need to get back in and relearn it. But I always love to play the janitor, and so what I do is I hop into all these different scenarios, and I go get my cleaning cart, and I just start cleaning stuff up. And I don't know why, but I just enjoy that so much. Actually, here's some deep lore. I actually one time found a... Oh, nice! Pot of flour! Let's go! Let's drop that grain. We don't care about that anymore. I actually found a furry server that does... I didn't know at the time, I found out later, but I found a furry server and I was cleaning up around the place and I was like, wow, there's a lot of fluids around to clean up. Until I realized, oh, this is a ERP server and I've kind of just been going around cleaning up their messes. And so, once I figured that out, I thought that was hilarious. I'm still... You know, I'm still in their Discord server because I think they required me to like go to the Discord server at some point to prove I was like, are you old enough? And I had to be like, yes, I am. But no, I still find that's hilarious. So I'll clean up furry messes from time to time. But yeah, so when the game got sold to me, I was really interested in the clown class because I thought it was funny. But then like, as I dug into it, I found that janitor just resonated with me so much more. And so that's kind of what I've been locked into. We'll grab those ashes. So this pot of flour get was really big because now we have a appropriately sourced pot. So we can do anything that we could do with a pot, we can do with this pot because it was a reward from combat. Yeah, so this is great. We're going to hold on to this. This actually means, yeah, with this and the bucket, we can train cooking now. We have the means. We can now easily train cooking. I'm so excited. 35, what is it? 35 cooking, here we come. That's the only cooking level that matters to us. And maybe 65 or actually other levels in between when we become members. Yeah, as far as wines, yeah, members at 65 for the Wine of Zamorak, maybe. I don't know if we can do that. Hello, Godlike One. Great to hear that you can hear now. You're also welcome for the gift sub. That was a reward for... I'm doing a promotion through the end of the years, or through the end of this year, which is every 5 new followers I get, I will gift 1 sub to the community. About an hour or so after my previous stream, someone hopped on and followed me. And so I'm hopping on this time. I have 30 subs now. Or it's not subs, sorry. I've got fewer subs than that. I've got 30 followers, so I gifted a sub out. As is per my promotion that I said I would do, and I'm honest about it. Anyway, yes. So 35 cooking is we care about here. And then we don't care about anything else except brewing. And all of this is members. So none of this matters to us until we get to members. Until we get members. Which is going to be after we do all the quest log that we can. So the big goal at the end is going to be Dragon Slayer. Where is it? There it is. Dragon Slayer 1. Now, there is a caveat with this that we're going to run into, which is we cannot go to Karamja. There is no free way for us to get into Karamja, and therefore our account cannot go. Unless, I need to look it up, unless Dragon Slayer gives us a free teleport to there. And actually, it might require other quests that we cannot complete. So that's something worth looking into at some point as well. So we're not going to get everything done. We're going to do as much as we can. I guess I'll give a little bit of the intro again for Godlike 1, because you missed it. There is... Ooh, clay! Okay. We'll take that. And then I think I can use this. Yeah, now we got soft clay. And we can turn that soft clay into something. We need to open up some inventory space. What do I really care about here? Air Talisman. We haven't done Rune Mysteries yet, so I think I'm going to drop the Air Talisman. Actually, what crafting level do we need for this to matter? Crafting. Where's jewelry? Oh, I'm looking right past it. 20? It's going to take us a while to get there as UAM. I think I'm going to go ahead and sell it. Yeah, let's go to the general store. Sell some stuff. So this is useful. Soft clay is good for us. That's going to allow us to make some other thing out of clay. I don't know off the top of my head. Actually, real quick, let's look that up to see if that's actually worthwhile for us on our account. Uses. Products, here we go. Products for non-members. Pots, pie dishes, bowls, and a key print. Oh, that's for something else later. So maybe we want to hold on to this. Key print, what quest is that used in? Prince Alley Rescue Quest. Ooh, maybe we go do that soon. Yeah, I don't have a need for a bowl or a pie dish anytime soon, so maybe that's what we do. Oh, right. I was telling Godlike One. What's the deal with the account? We are a alcohol-locked Ultimate Iron Man. You already know what Ultimate Iron Man means. It means we can't trade with players, we can't access the bank, and if we die, everything we have falls onto the ground. But as an alcohol-locked account, there are 3 rules that we are following. The first rule is that we may only consume alcohol and kebabs, provided that kebab came from the Drunken Dwarf. The reason for that is it would be very, very rude. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. It would be very rude for us to drink, you know, when the Drunken Dwarf comes around, it would be rude for us to drink the beer and toss the food on the ground. So that is the one and only case where we'll consume something that is not alcohol, and that is out of politeness for a fellow alcoholic. The second rule is that all money is beer money. We can only spend money on alcohol. The third rule is that anything we get from quests, from minigames, or any quest rewards, any minigames, minigame rewards, combat rewards, and distractions and diversions. Anything from those 4 sources are ours to keep and use and do whatever we feel fit. And then anything that we get elsewhere is a gathered material, effectively. In which case, it is also beer money. It must either be processed to gain more value, or sold, or dropped on the ground. So those are the 3 rules. There are some caveats to get into. I'm going to say that when we do get members, I'm going to say that anything in our player-owned house is fair game. That's considered part of our, our stuff, of our things, right? Because if I make everything... Actually, no, never mind. I'm just now remembering, you have to spend gold to make rooms. Since we can't spend gold on anything other than beer, we can't make rooms. As an alcoholic, we're going to be homeless. So yeah, I guess that... Never mind. No caveats. No weird rule things. So this is going to be an unscuffed account. So we'll sell one of those. And then value on that, 10 coins. That's like 5 beers. We'll sell that. And then Air Talisman. We don't want to hold on to that. We're going to sell that. We'll get another one from Rune Mysteries. So I'm not worried about that one. Excuse me. So I think we're done here. Drop that in, drop that in. This is going to be a quest item for later. When we do Prince Ali rescue, I don't want to have to go grind this out again. Ooh. Artisan caught Diogenes maxing again? Yeah. Look, my wife won't let me live in my car anymore, so now I'm gonna live on the streets in a video game. It's the only way. Actually, on that note, a couple of months back, I was looking at Switch games that were on sale, and I found a game, it was Hobo something, but it was set in Russia. So one of the big Russian cities, you play as a homeless man living in that city of Russia, and it's like a homelessness simulator. So it looked like it was taking the whole like situation really seriously, and it was like, yeah, you get to go play as this homeless guy and live in the city. And I was so tempted to buy it at full price, but I put it on my wish list. I'm gonna wait. You know, I haven't seen it gone on sale ever. But that said, I don't really watch sales on my Switch. Like I don't look at the Switch stuff very often. So it may have gone on sale and I just didn't notice it, but if it does ever go on sale, I'm gonna buy it. If I do ever notice it go on sale, I'm gonna buy it, and I'm probably gonna play it on stream. So I'm real excited about that. Oh man, he went in there. That's okay. I'm not seeing any other imps over here, so we're gonna walk over there anyway. It is now 6 o'clock, which is the time that I'm supposed to go in and start making dinner. So we're gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna finish up this imp kill. And catch any other imps along the way that we see, and then we're probably going to end stream there. So thank you all for coming. If you want to stick around, I'll probably raid another channel. It's probably the correct time of day for Sumo to actually be live. So it'd be super cool to have a raid party to go send to like Midnight Sumo or someone. I always raid them, but it's always during their replays, so I don't know if they know that I am raiding them or not. But yeah, so yeah, another way that you can support is being around for the raids, or I guess it's more so an opportunity to help me show that support that you've shown to me to more people. You know, extend the charity, if you will. I'm also noticing we haven't actually drank any beer yet, so let's get that. It's not really part of my rules that I must drink it at some frequency, but it feels wrong to go too long without drinking beer on an account called Beer Haver. Plus, we have it all right here. Like, would we really have the self-control to not? I don't think so. Let's see. No imp in there. Diogenes maxing. I really like that. That's a really good term. Woo! Oh, great. TP'd away. Oh, he went to the other side. Okay, we're going to take a moment to see if there's an imp that wandered over this way real quick. Okay, I'm not seeing one, so let's head back. We'll head back around, we'll get that imp killed. And God willing, it will give us a red bead. If we get a red bead, then we're going to take a little extra time to go complete the quest. And then if not, we're going to look into a weapon for us to do. Next time I hop on and play a little Beer Haver, we're probably going to change grinds to go find a weapon to help us kill these imps a little more efficiently. Having them teleport away like this is annoying. I guess while we're walking, this is a new thing. I remember when they announced that you could start doing this. They made this new technology for leagues, but I can click on a thing and my character will keep walking. And I can even click on the minimap to keep myself going. This is a totally new feature that they made for old school RuneScape for specifically leagues. so that you can be doing stuff and checking what league tasks you want to do next. Anyway, we have a strength of 15, so we should be using adamant halberds? What? White, or no, members, sorry. Looks like we want to get a mithril warhammer, but we're needing to settle for a black warhammer. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to get a black warhammer. Next one down is steel. So I think next time we're going to grind out a steel warhammer, which would be our best weapon for the next 5 levels until we can grind out getting a mithril warhammer from somewhere. Maybe. Mithril might be a little out of our reach for now. So that's going to be our stream for next time. Where'd this friggin' imp go? Come on, imp. I know you're around somewhere. Did he teleport back behind the walls? Did he return home? I'm not seeing him over there. Yeah, that's the bear there. Those are the knights. This, I think, is a guard. Oh, could he be inside there? Could that be him? Yeah, that's a guard. Please let me see. No, that's a guard inside there. Oh, there he is! You're going down. Oh, I think this might be a new one. Well, we lost the old one. Oh, man. Where did he go? Where are we going? I'm gonna kill one more imp. I don't care what imp I get. I gotta kill one more imp. Sneaky breaky. Yeah. Space Maniac, you are right. These imps are horrible. They can't be sneaky if we smash them in one go. Yeah, while we let this guy walk around, I'm gonna look up Steel Warhammer for OSRS, of course. And where can we get these? Orthorpe, Steel Chest, Tarn's Lair, Mountain Troll, Troll General, Arg, Croc. Oh! I hear combat! We found him! Yeah, friggin' no good imp. Give us a red bead already. Oh, another white bead? Okay. I mean, it's a bead. We'll sell that for money. Oh, is there a barrel? There is no barrel in here. Okay. Excuse me. Market Guard, no. Blackguard Berserker, that's no good. Relica is a, excuse me. Relica's members. Blackguards. And, oh, this is Dwarven Blackguards. That's also members, I'm pretty sure. Tarn's Lair, Troll Spectre, Berry, Twig, Ice Troll, Throw Troll, P-Hat, Rock Troll, Stick. It's not looking like anything free-to-play drops it. Yeah, nothing free-to-play is dropping this Warhammer. Oof. And we would need 39 smithing for it. Berthorpe. Where's Berthorpe? Berthorpe's members, right? Oops. I'm going to... Berthorpe. Yeah, Berthorpe is members. Okay. I'll give us a more interesting angle. Mountain Troll, Troll General, Arg and Kraka. Oh, those are trolls also. Stick is a troll, Rock, P-Hat, Throw Troll, Ice Troll, Twig, Berry, Troll Spectre, Blackguard, Warriors, specifically Relica. Let's double check this. Oh, hold on. Show on map. We can. Ooh, okay. Let's walk over there real quick. I thought that Dwarven Blackguards were only in the Dwarven City, but apparently I am wrong about that. They are... sorry, I had to call... What are you looking for? Oh, yes, welcome back, Godlike One. We are looking for Steel Warhammer. Or was it Steel? Yeah, Steel. We're looking for a Steel Warhammer so that we can fight these imps a little bit more efficiently. Now, per the rules of our account restrictions, as a alcohol-locked account, the only place that we can get Steel Warhammer within our restrictions is going to be from combat, which requires us to go over here to Ice Mountain. Well, we're not quite there yet, but we're on our way to Ice Mountain, where there's going to be some Dwarven Blackguard, which is dwarf guards wearing black armor. They apparently will drop Steel Warhammers, which is the highest level Warhammer we can reasonably find and get. We can wear black Warhammers, but I'm certain those only come from clue scrolls, so I'm not gonna bother looking those up. Anyway, I have completed my... Never mind, the opposite of that. We have failed to complete the one thing that I wanted to get done this stream, which was finding a friggin' red bead. But we have discovered that imps are horrible to chase around. So our plan for next stream is we're going to fight and kill these blackguards over here. So I'm going to walk over and fight one real quick, and then we'll probably end stream there. I just want to see how hard this is going to be. I've got 13 health. Let's see, blackguards. Got a max hit of 8. Oh man, this is going to be dangerous. Go over this way. I might offload these runes as well. I haven't looked into how hard it's going to be how hard runes are going to be for our account. Excuse me, real burpy today. But, yeah, as an Ultimate Iron Man, we don't inherently have any issues with runes. We just have to make the runes that we want, for the most part. Or have a good source of money, and then we can just buy them from shops. But, per our restrictions as an alcohol-locked account, we can't do those things. Or we can't just make them, right? You know, it's a little bit more involved. It's a guard. Blackguard. Okay, specifically the ones called Blackguards. So if their max hit is 8, they can kill me in like 2 hits. So this is actually incredibly dangerous. So let's drink one of these. And attack a Blackguard and see how it goes. We're gonna slowly start making sure we reposition. Oh shoot. I have to right-click attack them. Oh no, we're walking! Why are we walking? Run! Run around, you dummy! Oh, phew. Okay, we might not be ready for this yet. We might have to go fight something else for a different weapon. Oh, frick. He's following me around. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, I'm out. I'm running. Goodbye. Yeah, we're not ready for this. Oh, you're gonna get your ass kicked? They're actually kind of scary at a low level. Good luck. Yeah, no, we did get our ass kicked there. That was horrible. Drink up the rest of these booze. Okay. Let's go back down to... Let's go down to Falador. We can get... I think it's Asgardian Ale gives us a +2 strength bonus. Whew. So, I guess in the short term, what we ought to do is, I guess, look at monsters we can actually fight and see what they drop, and just get any kind of weapon or gear that we can. One of the hidden restrictions of this account not actually a restriction, but as a consequence of the account, is that our attack level is always going to be effectively at 1. It can't be reduced below 1. But even if we were to gain an attack level at some point, we would, because we're drinking alcohol, and all alcohols that we care about, really, reduce your attack level. And reductions to levels are cumulative. So we will effectively always have a level 1 attack. So there's no point in us ever utilizing a weapon that requires an attack level higher than 1. Yeah, definitely not guards. I think we can sell these back. Let's go here. Oh, wait. I got these beer glasses. We're at 198 coins. Oh, we'll buy those off you if you're interested. 2 coins per glass. That's what beer costs. That's what normal beer costs. All right, let's go. That's break even. All right, there you go. Thanks. All right, now we need to buy up some ale. So we're going to get Asgard. Yeah, this is the one we want. Asgardian ale, please. Ah. Spacebar is the hero on this one. Oh, it's 3 coins for the Asgardian ale, so we're down a coin per these if we return the cups. Which is fine, we're spending their money on beers, which is what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so new plan for next time. We slowly work our way up the chain to be able to fight the Blackguard to get a steel Warhammer. Or actually, we might look up... Yeah, I think we'll look up how we get a bronze Warhammer from somewhere. And depending on how many levels, we might go ahead and be willing to try to get the smithing for it. Which I guess that would require us to then go find something to kill that would give us a bronze pickaxe. Because if we were to make a pickaxe, then... or find a pickaxe on the ground, that would be beer money and we couldn't use it to mine. Thought I saw something move. Just my eyes playing tricks on me. There's a bronze scimitar in Remington. Oh, yes. I cannot use that. So, because it spawns on the ground or on a table or something, so actually let's step upstairs. There's probably an item up here for us. No, there isn't. Oh well. Well, anyway, normal spawns on the ground or on a table that's picked up from the world. At least I am considering that to be gathered. So I could walk down to Remington and pick up that bronze scimitar out of the world, but that would be considered gathering. Gathering is labor, and therefore that's beer money per Rule 3. You know, it's not a reward, you know, picking it up off the ground or off of a table from a spawn point is not a reward from a quest, is not a reward from a minigame, is not a reward from a distraction and diversion, and is not a reward from combat. So I would not be able to use that bronze scimitar. But thank you, Godlike One, for letting me know about it. If I am ever else on a UIM or something like that, I will remember that and probably get that right away. See, just a couple more ale and I'll be happy. And actually, this is probably more than I need. We're good here for now. Do you have your rules written somewhere? You're gonna have a hell of a time doing a UIM not picking up item spots. I am, yes. You know, it's the alcohol locked account, so it should be kind of awful and horrendous. I do like that I was thinking about buying a home and then realized I can't buy a home. I did actually do a little bit of research into, into houses, and I figured out that you can get a house for free by doing the Daddy's Home mini quest, or is it a proper quest? I don't know. But you can do that quest and they give you a free house. So I can bypass spending beer money on buying the house. So I can get a plot of land I can be a landowner as an alcoholic. However, I cannot build any rooms. So that's going to be our big issue with construction. But there are construction points within, so it automatically gives you a garden, and there are construction points in there. So we can train construction, provided we source our planks and everything from appropriate alcohol-locked sources. I do not have the rules written down anywhere. I should. You'll have a very nice beer garden. I will. Yes. If only. You know what? We should petition Jagex. Have them add a beer stand to the garden, in honor of Beer Haver. Let's I'm the new Swampletics. I'm just less interesting and cool. Yeah, I'll get those rules written down somewhere, and then I'll go back into the description of these live streams for Beer Haver and add those in there. Yeah, I think in my the very first episode of Beer Haver, I did not stream. I recorded it, and I was going to do editing and voiceover and make it like really high effort and cool. Another friggin' bead we don't need. Anyway, yeah, so I had it, the way I'd set it up, I explained the rules in like 6 or 7 different steps, and so like I broke it way down, and over time I've thought about it, and really everything is captured by those 3 rules. I can only drink alcohol or eat kebabs from the, provided those kebabs are from the Drunken Dwarf for politeness reasons. And then all money is beer money, and then only those 4 sources that I mentioned are considered rewards, and I get to keep those. Everything else is a result of labor and is therefore beer money. What is up here? I don't remember ever coming up here before. Well, this is cool. Hello. Anyway, it is 20 minutes beyond when I was supposed to end stream. I don't think my wife has woken up, so I'm gonna go inside and bother her and get started on making dinner. Thank you all for coming. This has been a bonus stream, which is an unusual stream at an unusual time. I do plan on streaming tonight. So assuming my wife did take a nap today, so she might be up late. But assuming all goes well, I do expect to be able to come back at the usual time for the usual stream. Tonight, I think we might do some Dark and Darker. Or there's a different game that I was looking at that I really want to play. I haven't decided if I want to play this game on stream or off stream yet. But Eternity Egg, it's an indie platformer game that I've been following for about 2 years now, and it released like a couple weeks ago. So I'm super, super excited to play it. I have to decide if I want to do that on stream or not, though. But anyway, go check out Eternity Egg on Steam. I'm not sponsored. I don't have any association with it. I'm just super excited about it. So anyway, at 11:45 p.m., so in about, what's that, 5? Yeah, 5 hours from now, 5 hours and some minutes from now, I'll be back online with Artisan Stream. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed hosting it. Your presence and support means more to me than I could ever describe. Thank you, and have a nice night. See you later. Bye.